Hello everyone, welcome you all to this session of teaching ICSE Biology for Standard 8. In this session we will discuss endocrine system and adolescence, that is chapter 5 in your course book. We have various organ systems working in our body like digestive system, circulatory system, skeletal system, excretory system, etc. One of them is endocrine system. Each organ system in our body is doing specific functions to keep us alive and also helping us to interact successfully with our environment and the people living with us in our surrounding. Digestive system is breaking down food we take into simple forms. Circulatory system picks up that food from digestive system and transport it to all parts of the body. That food is utilized to produce ATP energy in our body during respiration, and that ATP energy is the only source of energy that we require for working of our organ systems and external activities as well. Similarly, endocrine system has also important role in our life. Very often we react to different situations and different people in our daily life or day-to-day life. When we are happy or sad or scared, that is reflected on our body or on our actions. Not only us, we have also seen other people in our surrounding react to situations and people with fear, anger, happiness, joy, irritation, etc. These reactions are called emotions, and endocrine system in our body is responsible for causing these emotions or experiences. For example, when we watch a horror movie, one of the organ, we say the gland of our endocrine system, is active and starts secreting a chemical called adrenaline. That organ or gland is called adrenal gland. It secretes a chemical substance called adrenaline, which is also known as a hormone. And that the secretion of that hormone adrenaline results in increase in our heartbeat rate, our breathing rate, our eyes are bulge out, hairs on our skin become straight, which we call goosebumps, and we are frightened and scared. All these effects are caused by endocrine system. And the reaction or emotion is fear here. Another important role is played by endocrine system is to help in reproduction process. As we all know that one of the characteristics of living things is that they produce new individuals of their own kind for the continuation of their species to live on this earth. All living things, including plants and animals, even microorganisms, can reproduce. But in animals particularly, growth takes place up to a particular age, and then only a person is capable of reproduction, or an animal is capable of reproduction. In human beings, certain changes takes place in the body. After that, only a person is capable of reproduction. You might have noticed it that sometimes it is difficult to distinguish between a male child and a female child. All children look more or same less as human children. But when a child grows to the age of 10 to 12 years, certain changes appear in his or her body. Then it becomes easy to differentiate between a boy and a girl. These changes appear on the body of a boy or girl at the age of 10 to 12 years. And this is the function of endocrine system. After these changes only a human being can reproduce. It happens in both male and female. This period of human life when changes takes place on the body and a differentiation between a male and female is clearly observable. That period is called adolescent period. It lasts up to 18 to 19 years of age. Then a person is considered as adult. This transformation period from childhood to adulthood is called adolescent period. It lasts normally from 13 years to 19 years. That is why it is also called teenage period. In this chapter, we will discuss in detail about what are the components and functions of endocrine system and the changes that take place in adolescent period and how to deal with those changes. Endocrine system consists of a number of special structures called glands located at different specific spaces inside our body, which secrete certain chemical substances called hormones. A gland is a mass of tissue or an organ which produces and releases substances that perform a particular function in our body. All the glands present in our body can be grouped into two types: exocrine gland and endocrine gland. Exocrine glands have mouth or duct or openings through which they pour their secretions to another organ or cell or tissue, and this secretion has to work there. That is the target place or site of that chemical substance which is secreted by an exocrine gland. For example, pancreas. Pancreas secrete pancreatic juice or digestive juice, which contains digestive enzymes, and pancreatic juice is poured into intestine from pancreas through duct or mouth or opening, that is called pancreatic duct, where pancreatic juice has to break down the food. Salivary gland in mouth secretes saliva to mouth cavity to break down starch food and help in swallowing of food. Sweat glands in the skin release out excess water and salt from the body. So they secrete a variety of substances from saliva to enzymes. That means exocrine gland secrete variety of substances: saliva, enzymes, tear, sweat, etc. Mucus. But endocrine glands release their secretions to blood only, not to any other organ or tissue or cell. These glands pour their secretions to blood directly, and these secretions have to travel through blood to their working place or target area or site, which is away from their source of release. For example, insulin is secreted by beta cells of pancreas directly to blood and then taken by blood to liver, where it has to stimulate the liver cells to convert glucose to glycogen. As glucose is a soluble substance in blood, so it cannot be stored in the body in that form. So it would be removed from the body, dissolved in urine, if it remains in that soluble form. So for storing purpose in the body, it has to be converted into glycogen, which is done by liver cells with the help of insulin. Pancreas, as endocrine gland, secretes insulin, and this insulin is taken by blood to liver away from its source, and the liver is its target site or working place, which is away from its source. Its source is pancreas and its working site is liver, and it is taken from liver to pancreas through blood. Endocrine glands secrete only hormones, which are chemical compounds made up of protein or amino acids, lipids, steroids, etc. Different endocrine glands secrete different hormones, but only hormones are secreted by endocrine glands. Here you can see some examples of exocrine glands in our body. Salivary glands in mouth, which secrete saliva, and that saliva helps in mixing the food properly with it and swallow it properly, and it also helps to digest starch. Another exocrine gland is liver, which secretes bile juice to intestine and for digestion. Another endocrine gland is pancreas here, which secretes pancreatic juice to intestine containing digestive enzymes through pancreatic duct, and it helps to break down the food in the intestine. And sweat gland is also an exocrine gland, which removes excess water and mineral salts from our body through sweat pore. Here in this picture you can see endocrine glands present in our body: pituitary gland, then thyroid gland, then pancreas, adrenal, ovary, and testes. There are many endocrine glands in our body. If you have listened carefully to me, you might have noticed in both endocrine and exocrine glands, I gave you example of pancreas, right? Pancreas secretes digestive enzymes to intestine, and pancreas also secretes hormone insulin to blood and send it to liver through blood. Usually exocrine and endocrine glands are different in our body, but pancreas is the only gland which is both endocrine and exocrine in nature. There are many endocrine glands in our body, but according to your chapter, we will discuss about the endocrine glands named pituitary, thyroid, adrenal, pancreas, ovaries, and testes. First of all, we will discuss about pituitary glands, the hormones secreted by this gland and their roles in the body. Pituitary is a small gland which is equal to the size of a pea seed, situated at the base of the brain. It is an extension from hypothalamus, another structure present at the base of the brain. Pituitary regulates the functioning of most of the other endocrine glands in our body. That means it directs other endocrine glands to release their hormones. That is why it is called master gland of our body. But pituitary gland is also regulated by another structure called hypothalamus in the brain. Pituitary is connected to hypothalamus by a stalk-like structure. When hypothalamus secretes its hormone, pituitary starts secreting its hormone. That is why hypothalamus sometimes referred to as the true master gland. Pituitary secretes many hormones. Out of this, one of the important hormone is growth hormone, which has direct effect on the body. It regulates the overall growth of the body, growth of bones and muscles and different organs. Deficiency of this growth hormone results in retarded growth, poor or stunted growth. A person suffering from deficiency of this hormone is dwarf in size. His or her body stops growing since childhood and shows no further growth at all in later stages of life. This disorder or disease is called dwarfism. On the contrary, if excess of this hormone is secreted in the body, or there is more or over secretion than required, then the body grows very abnormally large in size, like a giant body. It results in a condition or disorder that is called gigantism. Here in the picture you can see two persons. One is suffering from dwarfism, another one is suffering from gigantism. The person who is suffering from dwarfism is having only the height of 2 feet 5.37 inch, and the person suffering from gigantism is having the height of 8 feet and 1 inch. Other than the growth hormone, several other hormones are secreted by pituitary gland, but they do not have direct effect or action on the body. They stimulate other endocrine glands to secrete their hormones. So they are called stimulating hormones or tropic hormones, such as TSH or thyroid stimulating hormone. When thyroid stimulating hormone is secreted from pituitary, then thyroid, which is another endocrine gland, starts secreting its hormone, that is thyroxine. Similarly, FSH or follicle stimulating hormone and LH or luteinizing hormone, they are secreted from pituitary and stimulate the gonads or reproductive organs, that is ovaries and testes, to secrete their hormones, male and female hormones, which are responsible for production and maturation of reproductive cells in male and female body and carry on the reproduction process. ACTH or adrenocorticotropic hormone is secreted from pituitary to stimulate another pair of endocrine gland called adrenal gland to secrete their hormones. Maximum variety of hormones are secreted from pituitary and stimulate other endocrine glands to secrete their hormones or to function. In this session we will end with this, and in the next session we will discuss about the rest of the endocrine glands. Thank you.